Hey everyone, I am just thrilled to be back out here. I'm back in Alaska right now, if you couldn't tell from the beautiful tundra scenery out here. If you haven't seen my previous year's videos out here, if you're not familiar with this area yet, go watch those videos because this is such a fun area with such fun subjects that I photograph out here. So I'll put a card up here and some links in the description below for those videos you can go watch. You know, it just feels so good to be back out here, to be able to pick up where I left off and spend time with these amazing bears, the amazing wildlife out here. I'm so thrilled to be out here. If you're wondering why I've got so much gear out here this year, you can't even see all of it. I mean, I've got just all sorts of stuff back here. Usually it's just this backpack and my camera stuff. This year I've got a lot of added gear. It's because of my bear workshops out here this year. So for the next five and a half days, I'm going to take you along with me as I get out here, photograph the bears. I'm just going to be out here solo for the first little bit. And then after that, I'm going to turn the cameras off as my workshop stuff will be starting. And I'm just going to be completely focused on getting in the right spot for pictures for the photographers out here. So I'm going to, just take you along the first 5.5 days or so as I'm out here all by myself with the bears and the ptarmigan and whatever else we can find. I'm super thrilled to be out here. It feels so good. It even smells amazing. Just the smell of the tundra. It's just great. I already saw some bears on my way in. So I'm thrilled to be out here. So what I'm gonna do right now is get camp set up. I'm not gonna set everything up. I'm gonna set 2 tents up, one for myself and my gear, and another tent for all the added gear. And then after my personal vlog of this trip, I'm going to get everything else set up for my workshop stuff that I've got. And yeah. I'm just, again, thrilled to be out here. So I'm not going to bore you guys anymore. Let's get camp set up. Let's go find some bears to photograph and just start exploring the area. If you are wondering, I am in a different, camped in a different spot this year. The normal spot where I camp, it's not big enough for all my workshop stuff that I'll be setting up this year. So I'm camped in a little bit different spot this year, but I'm excited to get to know this area a little bit better and do some exploring out here and visit the old spots that I usually visit as well. So it's going to be great out here. I'm super excited and just happy to be out here. I'm like giddy with excitement. So let's get going. I'm going to quit boring you guys with my ramblings and start getting my camp set up. What an amazing day I just had. Oh my goodness, I love it out here. I am so glad that I'm out here. It feels so good to be back out here. This trip, or today really, that's all that I've had of this trip so far, has been so vastly different from last year's trip. And I'm not saying that last year was bad at all. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's different. So last year, you know, I had all that weather I was dealing with, and just these constant storms and wind, the craziest wind I've ever had out here. Whereas today, there's no wind. There's not even a breeze right now, which is really rare. And you're probably wondering why I'm swatting and going crazy. So what happens out here when there's not a breeze and when it's warmer, like today was, that's when all the mosquitoes come out. So I'm swatting away at mosquitoes because they're trying to get me. So I've probably got bug bites all over my face too. But yeah, that's what happens out here. And that's why I've come to love the wind out here. The constant breezes that you get out here, because it keeps the mosquitoes away to where they don't even come out at all. So yeah, there is a trade-off, but you know, with the weather today and the clear-ish skies, it was just beautiful tonight. The light was absolutely amazing. I got out with some bears this afternoon and evening, and the afternoon and early evening I spent most of that time just scouting to see what fishing holes are active. All of them are active, pretty much all of them. There's just bears everywhere. It's been amazing. And I was able to get some pretty fun pictures this evening, later evening, in just stunning light. It was so pretty, the light today and this evening. It was just absolutely amazing. So I'm back at the camp now, obviously. It's about 11 o'clock, just after 11 o'clock. And it's going to be like this half light, half dark for a while still. It gets dark pretty late out here. So I'm going to head to bed, try to catch up on some sleep that haven't had the last few days, and wake up and head back out again in the morning. The weather's supposed to be like this for the next week or so. So I'm really gonna take advantage of the light while it's like this. And if it does get overcast, that's great as well, because you can get out pretty much all day long and photograph bears. So any weather out here really is good weather for photography. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep rambling. That's about what I said. I'm gonna quit rambling, get inside, get away from these mosquitoes, and head to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey everyone, good morning. Absolutely beautiful, just stunning morning out here. The sun's coming up right now, and I've just got some beautiful light. It's pretty clear today. It's supposed to be pretty clear today. And yeah, I've just got some beautiful light. There's no wind again this morning, which it's just so different than what I'm used to out here, but it is absolutely stunning. I don't see any bears right now, but that doesn't mean they're not out here. I know they're out here. I just got to find them. They might still be bedded down, I'm not sure. I do hear some gulls off in the distance kind of squabbling, which usually means that the bears are out fishing. The gulls will squabble with each other over any food scraps, and that's usually leftovers from bears fishing. So unless they're just squabbling over some of the scraps from any fishing that happened last night, there may be some bears out fishing right now. So I'm going to take advantage of this beautiful light and go out with my camera, see what I can get, and I'll go out for a while, and then I'll come back and get breakfast. I don't want to waste this light here in camp eating breakfast, so I'm gonna head out and see what I can get. Just absolutely beautiful morning. I slept pretty dang well last night, which was awesome because I was just exhausted, and it wasn't too long, just because I did go to bed quite late. It took me a while to fall asleep, and it's fairly early now, but you know what? It was great, the sleep that I did get, and I'm just wasting this beautiful light, so let's zip it. Let's get out with some wildlife, or at least this beautiful scenery. Let's just get out with the camera, have some fun, make the most of this beautiful light. Let's go. What a fun morning. I was out for a little bit longer than I thought I would be. I was out for about 4 hours, just over 4 hours. And It was good. I had a good morning. The light was just beautiful this morning. Not a cloud in the sky, next to the sun at least. So I just had this beautiful morning light, and it was great. I went out, hiked out to the river. As I was crossing the tundra, came across a sow with a couple of smaller cubs and got a little bit of them, not much. They kind of swung off and then went down into this little basin area with some water in it and some alders, and she went down and hid in those. I think they bedded down for the morning, so I didn't get much of them. But then I continued on down towards the river, got a lone ptarmigan, which was a lot of fun. You know me, how much I love the ptarmigan out here. They're just so much fun. So got a couple of pictures of that guy, and then I continued on down towards the river and got some bears fishing down there. They were a little bit more lethargic, less enthusiastic this morning than they were last night. So they'd give like this half effort jog into the river and then kind of stop like halfway through and go back if they didn't catch anything. And so it was a little bit slower down there, but the light was beautiful, and I did get some pictures that I'm happy with of them running through the water. I didn't get any pictures of them pulling fish out or anything like that, but pictures of them splashing around was a lot of fun. I always love pictures like that, and there's no shortage of pictures like that out here. But yeah, just a great morning. And then on my way back, after spending a couple hours with them, I got a family of ptarmigan. It was a family of 3, and just a whole lot of fun to spend time with them. I was hiking across the tundra and I almost stepped on them. I didn't see them. They blend in so incredibly well until they started moving. That's when I saw them. So then I backed off a bit, and because I had almost stepped on them, they were a little bit skittish. But as soon as I backed off and settled down on the tundra, they calmed down, and then they actually approached me, got really close, and I was able to get some pictures of them. Just beautiful, beautiful birds. I love photographing them out here almost as much as I do the bears, honestly. They're just so much fun. So I'm back here to camp now, and I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna get some breakfast, and then I'm gonna grab my camera, head right back out and do some exploring today. The light's gonna get harsh here in a little bit, but I figured it would be a good opportunity to do some exploring of kind of this area where I'm camped. I have explored it before, but I usually hang out in some other areas a little bit more. So I want to explore this area, see what I've got to work with out here, and see what critters are in the area. It's been just a wonderful trip so far. I haven't even been here 24 hours yet, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So let's get some breakfast. I am famished, and we'll go from there. Hey everyone, how's it going? I figured it's about time to update you guys before it gets too dark. It is late, it's after 11 o'clock, and I'm still hiking back to camp. It was a late night for me, and I still got a little ways to go. Yeah, it's getting dark, but I should have this like half light for a while still, so I should be good. It was just a wonderful day today. I've been out most of the day, and it was just fantastic. First of all, I apologize for the shakiness of this video. I am walking right now. I'm just trying to book it back to camp. So, anyways, after I checked in with you this morning, after I got breakfast and everything, I went back out and just explored for most of the day, really. And it was really good. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I spent a lot of time with the bears, just watching them fish and everything like that, which was really fun. And then the light was really harsh. It got really harsh this afternoon, like late afternoon. So I went back to camp, got some early dinner, and then I headed right back out after that and hiked out to this area. One of my favorite areas. It's like a more scenic area. It just takes a little while to get to, so I hiked back out there. And there's usually not as many bears out there. Sometimes there's no bears out there, so it's always a risk going out there because you could end up hiking a lot and spend your whole evening out there and not see anything. But luckily I got out there and I found a mother bear with two fluffy blonde cubs. They were really cute. One of them even posed very nicely for me in front of this really calm water. It was like a mirror. I was able to get some really cool reflection pictures of it there. And so I spent some time with those guys, and then they moved on into the brush. And then as I was hiking, I saw a red fox scampering along the riverbank. So I got a little bit of footage of that guy, some video. And he was pretty covered by vegetation, so I didn't really get any pictures. Maybe one or two, but nothing too awesome. And he just kind of hurried along. He was looking for something to eat, I think, and he just kind of hurried out of the area. And then I got to this more like scenic area, and there was another mother bear with an older cub there, and they were fishing, just getting what they could. And she caught a few fish, and then this larger male came in and kind of pushed her off, and then he moved off. So it was getting pretty late at that point, so I turned around and started heading back to camp. And then as the sun was setting, I came across a mother bear with 3 cubs that were born earlier this year. So just these really tiny, cute cubs. And I got a few pictures of her, and then this big male bear, the same one actually, that pushed the other female and her cub off. This big male bear came in, and the female got really nervous, so she actually hid behind me. She used me as a shield. She got on the other side of me, and she plopped down on the other side with her cubs, and anytime I would move, she would move with me and then plop right down as soon as I stopped. So she was actually using me as a shield against this large male, which was interesting. I've had stuff kind of happen like that before, but never like this, where she would move with me when I would move and always keep me in between her and the male, her and her cubs and the male. So, you know, that's what friends do for each other. We help each other out. The male moved on, and it's almost like she knew that I had done her a favor, because she sat there and posed all nicely for me for about 5 or 7 minutes after that. So I was able to get some pictures of her and her cubs. Her cubs weren't as cooperative, but I still got some pictures that I'm really happy with. Yeah, I just thought I'd check in with you guys before it got too dark, because it's probably gonna be too dark when I get back to camp. So just thought I'd tell you about my amazing, fantastic day out here. I am loving it. This trip has been very refreshing. I just love it out here, and I'm just having a great time. So I will see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna turn this off. My arm's about to fall off. I'm trying to hold this camera up because I'm weak. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning.